I don't know any game in which there isn't a meta or most effective tactic available, and Star Citizen is no exception. Dogfighters have got to fly a light fighter like an arrow if they want to have the highest chances of success. Traders right now have got to use a C2 Hercules for its cargo capacity and its flag ability, and of course, first-person combat players have a meta of their own, and that is what we are going to talk about in today's video. Hey guys, it's Erad, and so today I would like to talk about the Behring FS9, which at this point needs no introduction. It's the gun that you see in every FPS gameplay video, the gun that everyone uses in PvP either in a verse or in Arena Commander, and so given how diverse and interesting the roster of weapons is in Star Citizen, I think that it is rather unfortunate, and therefore the aim of this video will be to provide some constructive criticism and feedback with the aim of finding ideas that could help cloud video game developers to balance this formidable weapon. For example, let's talk about the different uses here of the FS9. It's excellent at point-blank range, for example. When you have enemies straight in front of you, it just launches salvos of bullets, and it's basically making you invincible if you are the first one to shoot. But not just that, it's also very good at long distances, and here at long distances you're not going to be shooting salvos, instead you are going to be using single shots, and you can do that with the FS9. Just press a little bit your mouse and then just one bullet will be coming out. It's basically being used just like a rifle, which is what makes this game incredible, right? It's both a machine gun and a long-range rifle at the same time, which makes it very effective if you want to be killing players in any kinds of situation. And I think that there is also another weapon that's quite similar to the FS9, a weapon that personally I appreciate quite a lot, and I used to use that weapon very often, and that is the F55 from Gemini. But unfortunately, the F55 from Gemini was, in my opinion, far more balanced already from launch, because just as it should, whenever you have a weapon or a tool in a game that's quite powerful, it needs to have some counters. You know, it's always that same rock, scissors, paper type of game. A strength is being countered by a weakness, and so the F55 here has its incredible firing rate countered by some kind of heating time. It takes about 1 second between the moment you click and the moment you actually fire when you use an F55, and on top of that it also has an insane recoil that balances its firepower and really requires some skill if you want to be using this gun effectively. And so that's why in the past, before the FS9 became the meta, I used an F55 all the time, because I had learned to use this weapon, I had learned to master it and use it effectively, and I think that I was really doing a very good job in Arena Commander and Universe with it. But eventually, you know, the FS9 came out, and it just becomes so easy to just kill whatever you can with the FS9 that eventually, you know, it became a no-brainer that I ended up using the FS9 as well, because other people were using it and I didn't want to put myself at a disadvantage. The other thing with the FS9 is that it's also rather ubiquitous. For example, it's really hard to find an F55. You may find one eventually in some red containers at some of the obscure locations around the verse, but the FS9 is pretty much everywhere on NPCs. For example, just take a bunker mission and you will find it on NPCs that you can loot. And worst of all, or I mean it's great if you like it, right? But CIG also gave it away for Christmas in the last Luminula, so pretty much almost everybody at this point potentially has an FS9 as well. So yeah, that's really a bummer, and I think that there are ways to balance it, not just, for example, using the a better recoil like the F55, or maybe a delay between the moment you actually shoot and the moment it shoots, but how about also make it impossible to fire single shots, and this is something that was done with the Gallant Energy Rifle from Behring as well, which was also a weapon that was a little bit too overpowered in my opinion, and was really nicely balanced, a weapon that I still enjoy using against NPCs from time to time. And now with the Gallant Energy Rifle, you basically fire in bursts, and it also counters how effective that weapon is. So there we have it, guys, how I think we could balance the Behring FS9. I think it's great to have powerful weapons, but the problem when you have a very good all-rounder is that everyone ends up using the same, and it just becomes less interesting, especially given the large and diverse selection of weapons we have in Star Citizen. Personally, I prefer the rock, scissors, papers approach we see in many other games, where one advantage is compensated by a flaw, and I think that it's perhaps the direction that they should be taking. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys, how do you feel about the FS9 from Behring? Is it a force to be reckoned with? Is it too dominant? Is it balanced, or is it just fine? Well, share your thoughts in the comment section down below. We got a giveaway, guys. That is, of course, our giveaway question as well. This month, we are giving away a couple of things for you guys on YouTube. If you subscribe to the channel, we are giving away a Centurion, which is going to be awesome for Junetown 2.1. So subscribe to the channel and answer the question around there. Also, to thank all the people who helped me out on Patreon or via the YouTube Joe membership, or also by sharing our videos as well on Discord for free. Well, we've got another giveaway on Discord, and here we are giving away a pretty interesting ship here, because it's a Freelancer Max that's also going to be very useful with the cargo refactor. Also, we've got a second channel which is now going to be including all my reaction videos for Star Citizen, including patch notes and Star Citizen news, so check it out as well. I'll put the link in the description down below. Thank you so much to Dr. Fobin, Zero Crusher, and Wolfpipe Pug. It's the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.